Hello, Mr. Andrew Demaio. How are you today?
Good. How are you, Miss Lee?
I am good. I'm good. I am so thankful that you could join us today for our Male Veteran Project. I work with lots of high performing women, and I always say, and I work with a few awesome men. So thank you for being one of those few awesome men. Are you ready?
Thank you. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, great. So Andrew, I just wanted to start today and talk to you like the friends that we are. Could you share with us where in this world are you?
Right now, I am currently in Tewksbury, Massachusetts. It's where I grew up, and where I moved right back to after the military. So, yeah, I'm currently living with my parents. They're helping me out with the two children. So, it's been great. So,
You know what? I bet it has been great being back home with the parents. Yeah.
yeah, it's been very helpful, and it's nice to be around family. So,
Nothing like family. That's one of the reasons I exit the military. I really wanted to be around people that, truly loved me. Yeah, that really
yeah,
cared about me.
yeah.
So now that you're home and you're surrounded with love, tell me, what is it that prompted you to initially leave all that love, leave home, and join the military?
I guess I don't know. I had it all really started with it's funny. I went skydiving with a friend of mine, and it was an experience like no other. So I went and talked to a recruiter. They gave me options. I took the ASVAB, and I was like, I saw the options. I wasn't really interested too much in all much of them, except for maybe one. But I told them that I wanted to jump out of airplanes. So um, that led me to him giving me the opportunity to become a parachute rigger, which sounded amazing to me. It sounded cool, and it's what I wanted to do was jump out of planes, and that was the perfect job to do that. And yeah, so
Wow. You went
yeah,
skydiving and that led you to the military, jumping out of planes. How
yeah,
cool is that? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I always knew college like wasn't for me. I wasn't ready to go to college. I don't think I was mature enough yet. I think uh it was good discipline, joining in the military to kind
Joining
of,
the military was
yeah.
great discipline. Well, I'm glad you said that. Could you share with us a little about your military service?
So I did 10 years from 2011 to 2021. I just got out in July. Uh, I joined in January 2011. I was a parachute rigger stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, for all 10 years. um, I did one deployment to Afghanistan from uh, 2012 November to 2013 August. And I got promoted to sergeant in, I want to say like 5 years in, I think it was something like that. Was in three different units. I started off in the 82nd Sustainment Brigade. I moved to another unit, the 647th Quartermaster, and I also after that I when I came back from deployment, I went to um, the back to the 82nd, and then I finished off my years at the 528th Sustainment Brigade, and it's a special forces sustainment battalion brigade. So
Okay. Special forces. So, what was the highlight of those 10 years when you served in the military?
I would say my highlight, honestly, was deployment. I think that was probably one of the it was just like the most rewarding, I would say. It really felt like we were really doing something. I wasn't in any combat, but I did go. Um, we spent a lot of time working to, provide for those other soldiers out there that were in combat areas. We rigged a lot of fuel, and like AFES things to drop out to these soldiers that were in the tough areas to get to. So it was nice to think that, you know, we were really providing for them. So it was good.
So he said it was nice
So
to
yeah,
think, you know, that that's just what you were doing. You was providing a service. You was
yeah,
the support. How great is that?
it
Um,
was great.
it was great. Tell me, you joined the military because you went skydiving. You loved that skydiving. You wanted to do that here in the military. And did you spend the majority of your time jumping out of planes?
So I never knew what static line jumping was until I got to the portion that we do as parachute riggers, because we go to airborne school before we go to our advanced individual training. So we learned what PLFs were. You know, you fall on your feet, your calf, your thigh, your buttocks, and then your pull up muscle. You know, I was like, what is this? I thought we just kind of come in and we pull down on the toggles and then we land up. Then I got to airborne school and it was a whole different, it was totally different from what I thought. But it was good. I enjoyed it. I aspired to be, go to free fall school eventually, but I didn't get the opportunity, but I did pursue it in the civilian world before I had my kids. And then hopefully soon I'd like to go back and finish that off. But yeah,
Hmm,
so I did do, I probably had like 50 plus jumps, I think, static line. So
quite a bit. Yeah, within
yeah,
years.
yeah, yeah.
So, Mr. DeMayo, tell me, sound like you enjoyed it. What was it that made you kind of like pull back from the military and consider, you know, exiting and shifting in terms of your career?
um well, I always knew, I always thought I was just gonna do 4 years, my initial contract and get out, but I guess I I was gonna be a firefighter. That was the plan, to get out and
Hmm.
become a firefighter. So was gonna do that. Ended up re-enlisting, becoming to try to go to free fall school. That was the plan, and then that didn't happen. I ended up having kids, and I guess that kind of made me realize, you know, that was my initial plan. Like I need to go back to doing that. So the kids, having them a stable home, and just like, you know, the military, I mean, it's great for some people with kids and stuff. You know, they want to move around and like have the experience to, you know, they have their kids just experience different cultures and stuff. But I just thought it'd be better for um, my kids to come back home and just have like a stable home and be stationary. And it's great for them because they've been loving school, making friends, and you know, all that. So I think it's probably because of my kids that
Probably
I
because of
would
your
say.
kids.
Yeah,
Well, you know
yeah.
what? That's a exceptional answer. You know, that's I love that reason. Um, now that you have transitioned from the military, can you tell me about the community supports that you've been able to capitalize on? You know, being a veteran at home.
So the first thing I did was reach out to the veteran services here in my hometown, over at the it's the senior center here. That's where they're at. But her name's Lisa Downey. She was able to help me out a lot with my disability claims. So she was able to file those for me, and I didn't have to do anything but tell her what was wrong with me. She took care of all of it for me. That was awesome. And then I'm also taking advantage of the GI Bill at Middlesex Community College. They have great services there at the school, where they have the veteran advisors who help us with like whatever our goals are, our plans to, you know, whatever degree we want to pursue. They set up my classes for me, help me manage my time with my classes, you know, with the kids, dropping them off and stuff, making sure that the classes would fit around my schedule. So those are the two biggest things that I would say were definitely the biggest services I've used so far. So
Okay, that sounds like a lot. I mean, that GI Bill was it for me. And so was
yeah.
veteran services. I really appreciated it when I exited the military. So it kind of sounds like you probably have found your way as a civilian. Would you say that's true?
I'm making it. Yeah, I'm making my way. I would say so. Yeah. Yeah. I am pursuing I did do an EMT school as well, so I'm working on that. That's the goal right now is to go ahead and get my NREMT so that way I can pursue my career or pursue a career as a firefighter. So
Okay.
that's the end game goal.
So your current mission is to become a firefighter.
Yes, yes. I'm on I took the civil service exam when I came back. Um, I'm on the list for my hometown. I pursued, like I said, the EMT. That's one of the things that helps raise you on the list. And currently, I think my hometown, I've been talking to some people, and they're like, you have to be an EMT to get on right now. It's a requirement just across the board here in Massachusetts. So, a big goal I'm working towards. So.
Wow. You like to skydive and you want to run into fires.
Yeah.
Wow. So the truth is, Mr. Demaio, I really wanted to interview you because, I know you and I've witnessed you be like one of the best fathers that I have that I've known, and I've worked with maybe 1,000 families. I have worked with so many families, and I just love watching you interact and be such an awesome father. So, my question to you is, I don't know if you're a conscious parent, if you've given it much thought, or if it's just your personality, but what does parenting mean to you?
Parenting to me, it's just being there for my kids and just like, providing that support through, emotional and just love, um, just caring about them and just taking the time out of my day to, be there for them. Picking up my daughter from school every day, picking up my son from school every day. Now that they're at different schools, it's funny. Seeing them is love each other is one of the things that I love the most. Like I'll come home from I pick my daughter up from school and I bring her home and my brother will be here. My brother here stays here too, my younger brother, and he'll stay home with her. And I'll go pick up my son and bring him home. And when they see each other, they'll run up to each other and give each other a hug. And it's just like the best thing in the world to see that. Yeah. So I would just like continuing to show them that love and support so I could continue to see them show that love and support.
So, Mr. Demaio,
Yeah.
you know how you just described going to get her, bringing her home, leaving her with your brother, and then going to get Elijah and bringing him home, and then the two of them run and jump and love on each other.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like when we saw you come in. When we saw you come in with and they would come to you, it was like you guys came together and loved on one another like that. And it wasn't, once in a while, it was all the time, nearly every day. So would you say that your new work right now, Mr. Demaio, is family?
Yeah. 100%. It's pretty much school and that my kids are coming first right now. I got Rebecca in dance right now. She just started like 2 weeks ago, and she's loving it. Like she can't wait to go. It's every Tuesday, and I think like as soon as she comes home, is it time to go to dance yet? Is it time to go to dance? And then Elijah, he just started learn to skate. So I'm trying to get him out there on the ice. It didn't go so well this first session on Saturday, but I'm hoping that he continues to or he gets better and he can do which he will, and he's gonna enjoy it more. I'm volunteering too, so it's nice to get out there on the ice with him.
So skydiving, running into fire, and rolling around on that ice, eh?
Yeah.
So, Mr. Demaio, as a family man, tell me about memories that you wish to create, with your family.
I would say just like continuing to like it just like I was explaining to you, like just being out there on the ice with Elijah, like being able to show him, that I want to spend time with him, being the dad out there at Rebecca's dance recitals, just cheering her on or whatever. Just and yeah, showing them that I care and I support them.
Caring and supporting. So, Andrew, do me a favor. I want you to think about Andrew Demaio, the man that is 7 years more mature than he is right now. Okay, so can you talk to me about who is this man? Who is Andrew 7 years from now?
7 years from now?
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be on the fire department here. Have a degree in fire protection and safety technology, which is what I'm pursuing right now. And just be a good father to my kids. That's one of the biggest things right there. Yeah.
So stay there in your mind for me, okay? Now turn around and talk to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy. So what would you tell this guy if you're
Andrew, saying seven years from now? What
you're Andrew, 7 years up, and you're gonna whisper to this guy back here. What is it you got to say to him?
Mm-hmm. Get to study. Get on that EMT exam. I mean, I gotta study for that EMT and get it done. Get it done. And then just keep trucking along in school. Don't stop, and just don't quit on yourself.
Okay, so is that what you're telling yourself now? Go ahead and do this EMT thing. And don't quit on yourself. What are you telling yourself?
I'm procrastinating.
Procrastinating. So please try to listen to Mr. Demaio, the firefighter. Yeah, talking.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. So.
Yeah. So my last question for you today, Andrew, is, you're giving advice. The firefighter just gave current Andrew some advice. I want you to think about other individuals who are in the military and they may be considering transitioning out. They might be fearful, don't know what's over here on this side. Could you give them a little advice?
Don't be afraid to take the leap. The military is not for everybody. And sometimes you just changes happen, and just don't be afraid. Give it a shot. Make a plan. Don't just jump right into it, though. I would say that was one of my biggest mistakes, was just not really. I wish I had already been enrolled in school and been talking to people also. Start filing for your disability beforehand, just so you're prepared and you have something, ready to go. So you're not, stressing about finances or anything like that. So, yeah, don't be afraid, I would say.
I thank you for sharing with us today. And, this is your platform. And I know I prompt you, by asking you different questions. But again, it's your platform. Is there anything else that you would like to share that maybe I did not ask?
I don't know. I can't think of anything. I mean, just like I said, like I was saying, don't be afraid to get out of the military if you want to. But don't be afraid to stay in if you want to too. Like I said,
And you
military
know
is
what,
not for
Andrew?
everybody, but it's for us.
Everybody, you can't stay in. You got to transition out.
Yeah,
So
yeah, eventually.
everybody's got to
Eventually,
become
yeah.
a veteran.
I don't know. Some people would stay in until they croak. Oh,
Yeah, I don't even know if they're letting us do that anymore.
no,
So yeah,
no.
that is great advice that you gave. So Andrew, thank you so much. Have a good day.